In this video, we're going to walk through how to create an assignment list and learning targets for students. So up here, we've got the name of the unit. So this is geography, and students are going to use these lists, and you can see all these ones at the bottom for each of the different topics in this unit. So the first one we have is maps, latitude and longitude. We've got the assessment name, we've got the score, and then we have this PLD area. So what we're going to do is I'm going to go to Google Drive, and I'm going to open up a brand new Google Sheet. Now that I've got my Google Sheet, the first thing that I did is I just kind of took this and I copied and pasted it. So I'm going to go ahead and copy and paste that here. And then the next thing I want to do is I want to hit enter right here because I want this to be the separate line. I also went ahead and I took all of these rows and I merged it. So to merge, I go right here, and you can kind of see that look. I also went in and I changed the font. So let's go ahead and let's change this font. And you can pick whatever font you think might look best for your students, so that way they're able to kind of be able to see what's going on and what's expected from them. Okay, and then again, I kind of want to make this, let's go all the way to M. I'm going to merge that, and there we go. We can see everything from M. Now, I don't need anything after M, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit Shift Command to hit the arrow towards the right, and then I can delete all these columns. Okay, so there we go. I've got that first row, and I can change that color to whatever color I might want to use. So I use these top rows of colors. Now let's go ahead and let's do the second row. Okay, so I've got that. The next thing I did is I just went in and I did each of the different parts of the unit. Okay, and again, I just paste it right here, and then I just merged it. And then again, I changed the colors. Well, actually, that one I left white, so let's leave that one white. Okay, so right there you can see I've got the blue I have here, and I merged that. Then the next thing that I did is I created this table. So I did assessment name, score, and PLD. So let me go ahead and grab those over, and I just pasted them here. And again, I made these a little bit bigger. Okay, so that everything could kind of fit on one page. And then I can delete these two rows because I made those bigger. Okay, so right there. Then the next thing that I did is I just added the assessments that I was going to teach, and I just pasted them in. Okay. And then I realized I didn't need 10 down. So again, I hit Shift Command and then the down arrow, and then I hit delete. So now I've got my assessment names, the scores, and then we'll walk through the PLDs. So right here, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to highlight this box because I want this to be every single box to kind of stick out. I want it to be black, and then let's make it just a tad bit smaller than what we had right there. Okay, so again, I've got all my assessment names, I've got the scores, and the students are going to add these scores, or you could have yourself do it. And so if you want yourself to do this, you can go in, but you have to go into every single student, highlight all of this, and hit protect range. So right here, protect range, and then I can say like, do not touch. And again, you have to do this for every single student, and then I could do only me, and then that student can't touch it, and I have control of their board. So I would use that for students that might need that support. So again, you're gonna highlight, right click, protect range, and then hit do not edit or whatever, and then just give whoever needs access to edit that ability. If not, it will be locked. Okay, so that could be really nice for those students that need that support. Then the next thing I did is I did these PLDs. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to copy what I have, and you can create or customize your own, whatever you might need to do for your own classroom. So let's do this one. And then we've got the last one that is red. And I just want students to quickly tell me how they did. So a quick reflection on how they did on this assessment. Now that I've got my PLDs, I'm going to go in and I'm going to create data. And first I want to highlight all this row. So this whole row from 4 down, I want to go into data validation. And then I want to change this from list of items. Okay. And then I want to go back here and I want to grab the green. And again, you could type whatever you wanted. And then anytime you want the list to be another option, you're going to put a comma. Let me go back here, go to the next one. Then I'm going to add another comma, go here and add that final one. And again, you can add as many as you want or need, or you can have the students add their own. But sometimes a dropdown is nice for students that might need that. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and hit save. And now you can see I've got this nice little drop down. Now, when you do these drop downs, you don't have the colors unless you made a copy of mine. And so what we're going to do next is we're going to add conditional formatting. Okay, so I've got I feel confident. I'm going to do I could use, and then I just like to have them all kind of laid out. So now that I've got them all laid out, I'm going to again highlight where I want that conditional formatting. So I want it on this row. And I'm going to go into Format, Conditional Formatting. Now that I've got that all laid out, I've got rows C4 to C9, and that is exactly what I want. And I want it to say text contains, and let's go ahead and do this one. I use the hint, and I want this to be red. Okay, and then I'm going to add another one, and I want to use this next one. Text contains, and this one I'm going to make yellow. Okay, and then I'm going to highlight all these rows again and add it. And then I want this one to say text contains, and we're going to grab that first top one, and we're going to make that green. So now when you go in and you change these, it quickly changes colors. And so then I can look at this and go, okay, I need to meet with this student because they're struggling with this area or whatever I need to do. So just a great way to check in with students. And let me go ahead again, and I'm just going to fix that formatting. So right there, that looks great. And then the last thing that I did on here was just merge this. So I merged this area over to the side. So we're going to get rid of this row. Perfect. And then I just highlighted them and I clicked this merge button. And then I thought students could write a summary or they could do something here. Maybe if they're doing like a extra project where they created a website or a video about this topic, they could add that evidence right here, or any additional evidence that they might be proud of, they could add in this box. Or again, they could type a reflection about what they learned. And then after that, I went down to the bottom and I just double clicked on sheet 1 and I pasted the name. So that way it matched. And then I just duplicated. And then that way I had my same layout. And then I just copied and pasted. So I went here and I copied this. And I just pasted it in here. Or you could type it, whatever you need to do. Okay. And then I changed this name. So now we're at 5 themes. And it was ready to go. And again, I'm going to go ahead and center that. Maybe. Oh, let's merge those again. There we go. And then I just renamed it at the bottom. And that is how I created this. So again, this area could be used for evidence, reflections, maybe notes by you, whatever you kind of want to do. And then you can assign this by going to Google Classroom or your learning management system. And then again, every single student will get a copy. And then you can have access to this whenever you need to. But I think it's a great idea when you're conferencing with students, you can pull them up and talk about all these different areas and different ways and having those quick data chats and conferences with your students.